All right, today we got everything is falling apart for Plaqueboymax. It's kind of sad to read that title, man, because I actually really rock with Plaqueboymax. I think he's a stand-up dude. I like his content. I enjoy what he got going on. So let's tap in and see what's going on with the boy. Hopefully it's something that he can overcome. With that being said, make sure you guys go tap into the Berto 2 channel, subscribe. I need to get to 26,000 subscribers over there so we can start uploading. We've been dealing with some monetization issues on that channel. I took a little break, but I'm finally ready to give it another swing. I know y'all see how consistent your boy has been over here on the main Berto channel. I've been grinding my ass off. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited for the future. So where you at, family? I need y'all to show up for your boy. Go over to the Berto 2 channel. The link to that will be in the descriptions. Hit that subscribe button, and at 26,000 subscribers, we're gonna start dropping some more videos over there and, you know, get the community flowing, get that algorithm going. Y'all already know how this shit go, man. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Come on.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.
Yo, at the end of this year, I think I'm gonna give a sit-down talk. Gonna talk about why 365 really ended and why I really left this. You feel me? I think I gotta answer all the questions for y'all. There's that ass I just cannot talk about, and I know it make it look crazy, and I damn near be hate farming myself by doing that. But it's like, I'll take it on this shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, chat, y'all gotta understand, people are fickle. Like, they'll hate you one moment, they'll love you the next, and then hate you again. That's why I just gotta do this for y'all, because y'all supported me through all this shit.
Max, you may not be able to say it just yet, but I'm here to speculate. Ever since Max left the FaZe clan house, I've been seeing some cryptic stream highlights and clips of him saying some things that really have me questioning a bunch of different things. And honestly, I know that there's a bigger picture behind closed doors.
Guys, I am a loser. I don't do shit except sit on my couch and study shit and plan shit in my free time. I don't talk to people. It's bad. I'm gonna change that. Y'all gotta help me make.
Bro, I resonate with that so heavy, bro. Like, y'all don't understand, when you really passionate about this social media shit, bro, your personal life just goes to shit, gang. I know it might not look like it, and I don't want to make this overly about me. This is about Max. But I just resonated with it, bro, because you dedicate your entire fucking existence to this shit, bro. I see y'all in the comments. Yo, Berto, how you dropping 6, 7, 8 videos a day? It's like, bro, I don't have a life. Like, I literally live and breathe this shit, bro. Every woman that comes into my life that, you know, I actually care for and want to, you know, get serious with, it ends up not working out because I put y'all first every fucking time. And I'm not even saying that out of like regret or nothing. It's just, I'm so passionate about this and I know where I could take it. And it's just like, I can't let go of the grind. I refuse to not reach my full potential. And as I'm getting older, I'm trying to get better at this. I'm forcing myself to go out. Bro, I'm 29 years old and I got drunk for the first time this year. And it's not even something that I'm proud of because I don't care to like drink and indulge, but it's just to show how much I don't give a fuck about fun and all that other shit. It's like, bro, I just want to win. I just want to win. I just want to keep excelling. I want to keep growing. I want to keep fucking getting there, bro. I see these niggas like Plaqueboymax, and that shit inspires the fuck out of me. It's like, bro, I gotta get there. I gotta get there and pass it. I'm trying to do it. Where you at, family? You feel me? So, again, I'm not gonna make this about me, bro, but it's just like when I hear that, I resonate with it, bro, because this life, some of y'all say y'all want this, bro. And I'm not even a fraction of how big these creators are and what they have to do to make they shit pop off. And I feel that shit. And I've been doing this shit for 10 plus years, gang. I'm probably sitting at like 12. I've been saying 10 because I done got used to saying that. It's really like 12, nigga. This shit is not for the weak.
Friends.
But you You just had friends in the FaZe house. I'm so lost. It just seems like Max is going through his own trials and tribulations that are in plain view, but nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's really addressing it. And for all the friends that he had in the industry, nobody is really saying anything. Now, before I get into any sort of backstory as to how we potentially even got here, I do want to give this caveat. I'm working on a video, or maybe 2 videos, about the state of streaming currently and how it is very, very stressful, a more stressful form of content creation. Max isn't the only one that I've seen crash out over the past couple of months. He's just consistently been on air. But if we look at him, if we look at the stuff that's going on with Phantom, if we look at the stuff that's going on with Banks, if we see why Bruce hasn't been back, there's a lot of streamers out there that have been staples in the community who either aren't visible at the moment, are going through public crash outs, or are just saying screw all this. Views are down, mental health is down in the space, and honestly, burnout probably is the smallest version of the word that we should be using for what's going on. But we'll get into that in another video. The reason why this Max stuff is so strange to me is because literally just a year ago, he was hitting incredible highs in his streaming journey. Like, his subathon last year saw him get the 5th most subbed person on Twitch. Like, he was at the top.
All those group trips, Hawaii, when you would take us, you know what I'm saying? Every day during quarantine, when you would wake up, it was just me in the house, and you would make sure to give me a hug every day in the morning. I appreciate that. You know, I just want to let you know, Mom,
Oh man, damn. That's dope to see.
never take it for granted, Mom. You know, and I always got you. I appreciate you guys for always being there for me, bro.
Have you missed one day yet? Dabo, I'm gonna call you back. You haven't missed one day, right? Nah, no days missed, bro. No days off. But you're on track to get streamer of the year, real talk. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Congratulations to my nigga Matt Chat. My dog hit 140K.
That nigga gonna be streamer of the year, bro. And if he don't, he gonna finish top 2, top 3. I don't care. He gonna be streamer of the year. And what's so cool about it is that nigga is gonna become streamer of the year doing the same shit he's always been doing, making music, gang.
Whether it was having some of the bigger streams with some of the biggest artists and making crazy big moments, or it was winning awards at any of these streamer award events, Plaqueboymax was posed to be one of the top streamers in 2025. No small feat. I'm literally talking about being up there with the Kai and Speeds. That was the conversation. But despite all that momentum that he had going into the year 2025, and as the summer closes, as we are in the middle of September, those things didn't really pan out. Something happened, and it probably started with that whole Banks Aiden situation. There was drama behind scenes, and then ultimately him leaving the FaZe house. All that momentum from 2024 didn't carry into 2025 though, and there have been a lot of things that happened, but here we are, middle of the summer, and it just seems like there's something off with him as a streamer. Again, I think there's a bigger picture, but specifically with him as a streamer. And I started to really notice it when he left the FaZe house.
Y'all gotta understand there's a lot going on, so in my head, like, I'm just trying to figure out, map out what life is gonna be like and how shit gonna work, feel me? Like, I'm like, hey God, if I'm making the wrong decision, let me know. If I'm fucking up, let me know.
Now, a lot of the stuff that Max has given us over the course of the year has been pretty vague, but we can kind of speculate based on the state of streaming and what he's been saying as to why this might be happening. Friend of the show, your bud Tevin, kind of gave us a peek into what potentially could be happening. How do these streamers keep giving so much of their lives to the streaming content that not only are they not being able to build things outside of the world, but they're not even taking care of their internals, their mental and their physical?
I was close to getting into it, you feel me? But like, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I realized that I can't be doing that, bro. If I was to get into this relationship, I would sabotage PBM.
Bro, what did I just tell y'all, bro? It's like, I'm not saying that it can't coexist, but at the end of the day, depending on what you want out of this shit, the schedules just don't, just leave it at that. The schedules just don't even make sense, bro. Relationships need time, management, like, it need time to nourish and be there and, you know, build memories with your partner. It's hard to do that when you sitting in your fucking room recording videos, talking to a camera 10, 12 hours out the day. It's tough.
2025, 365.
It's tough, at least on the relationship, for sure.
I would sabotage this shit. There's no way I could get in a relationship. No bullshit. There's no way. I'll be right back. Go down.
He's throwing up. Wow.
What? Ooh, I can't wait to make that state of streaming video so bad. But this isn't sustainable, nor is this healthy for not just Plaqueboymax, but anybody. Anybody can't do this level of continuous work and think that they can build.
Max did OD it though, and when I say it's because he was doing a 365 like challenge. Like, I'm gonna stream every single day of the year, and that's one thing where it's like I commended it. I thought it was dope, but that's where I think just a little bit of age and experience kicks in, where it's like I wouldn't have signed myself up for that, because on my own journey, I already know like burnout's a real thing. Burnout's a real thing. And even though I'm on this grind 24/7, I also know I have to work in, rest days. Like, you got to have rest days, bro. You have to have disconnect days. And that's kind of with anything. I just got done, reacted to a video where it was talking about lust and discipline. And part of being disciplined as a man in general is understanding that you can't overindulge in anything. So you have to have moments where you disconnect. And I think that's really what ultimately happened with Max, bro. He was so locked into that shit, as he should be. It's commendable, but there's a way to do it though. There's a way to do it, and you can push yourself to your limits for sure. And that's what you should be striving for. But you gotta learn how to like, okay, but I need to lay my head too though. I need to get in the gym too though. I need to eat healthy too though. You know what I'm saying? And at his level, he's got the money and resources to do that. I feel like Kai Cenat is a good example of somebody that's doing that. Like, you see, bro is getting bigger. Even Speed. I was looking at a clip of Speed on Instagram the other day. It's like, bro's getting jacked. He's working out. LeBron James, you see that the nigga says he spends over $1 million on his body alone every year. These niggas are making that type of money. Like, invest in yourself, not just in the content too. Invest in yourself so you can show up and be the best version of yourself in the content.
Things outside of it. You literally can't maintain all of it. I think that's why we're starting to see other streamers take different types of breaks. But for Max, it was crushing him. It was literally getting him and keeping him sicker than what he could have been. And to throw away romantic companionship, women? Nah, that's crazy, gang.
I mean, it is, but like I said, I know what that feels like. I genuinely know. Like, bro, I just had a nasty breakup. Probably the most dramatic, romantic-ish breakup I've ever experienced in my life. I didn't even understand I could feel that way. But when it all came down to it, it's like, I know why it happened. Because I can't give this up. Or not that I had to give it up, but it's like, this shit is so priority in my life. It don't really leave room for somebody to feel like, yo, you putting me first. It's tough.
He's cut down on the 365 streaming. He's been able to do some more intentional streams, and it's opened the door for some of the biggest in the game, like Lil Baby or Lil Yachty or Michael Porter Jr. to come on his stream. And they've created great content, for better or for worse.
No, you understand it.
Okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah.
Okay. So you gotta put money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
today. We splitting.
Okay, so we split the
Hood
we
Baby
split
was
the
so proud
stream
for this.
revenue
for the day. That's
for
what
you
we
to
do.
rap.
Yeah.
Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet. She gon' wait for me.
And that's cool and all. He is living
Yeah, Yachty tweaked with that line too.
some of his dreams. Basketball, Jaylen Brown, Michael Porter Jr., rap, Lil Baby, Lil Yachty, the Concrete Boys. But that still doesn't address the biggest elephant in the room. What happened with him and FaZe and his love/hate relationship with streaming.
One thing I would say about streaming is way less like unified, bro. That's the worst part about it. This shit not together. Niggas just be doing their own thing. Like, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't feel together. I remember in 2021, niggas would all be live. Niggas might all be in the Discord calls, some lit shit. I remember it was Kai, Bruce, Rage, Silky, and Rat in a Discord call. Like, shit like that don't happen. Niggas be all doing their own shit, or niggas beefing, or niggas got problems with each other. It was all the bros. We was all in the basement, and you was just talking about some shit like, what did you say? You said some shit like, damn, Max, I thought you was finna be the one. You fell off. Nigga, you talking like a viewer, like a chat nigga. Like, you feel me? Facts. Rage is my boy, but since he's saying this on stream, I'ma just also say it on stream. This is my brother, like, I fuck with Rage, but like, it's facts though. So just like you saying that, yeah, we all part of the problem. We all competitive. It's cool though. I think competition is good for this shit, but I'm just saying we should all be unified as streamers.
I can't even see you, but I haven't heard you say a fucking word. I ain't gonna lie.
I would have left you, lame ass niggas.
Hey Max, bro. Max.
Yo.
Are you okay, man?
Nah, bro, come on, bro. I'm chilling. But I dare dude gotta leave. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't shit with Davo, so I'm gonna hit y'all later, alright?
Alright, bro.
All right.
Now we'll get a lot of the full insight as to what happened later on when Max sits down and has his big tribunal calls, meeting of the minds, whatever he does where he announces what happened. But from my speculation and my guesstimation is that this is kind of multifaceted. I think that a lot of attempts to shoehorn something or some people that weren't necessarily cool with each other in the beginning is a part of the problem. I think the stakes are higher. I think the commitment is just bigger. I think that there is a intentionality behind streaming in which it wasn't before, which means that you got to do some stuff that you don't want to do. This stuff becomes a job. I know people don't want to hear that about creators, but
this shit, it becomes a job.
Some of the cringe stuff that you have to do because it's viral at the moment is stuff that you just have to do, even if you don't like it. And also being live 24/7, 365 for X amount of years can honestly become mentally draining. I know it's not technically 24/7, but you understand what I'm saying. And what people also forget quite often about these streamers is that they are kids. And I know in my formidable year.
Yeah, and that's something where I think that's like, why I kind of just said that with Max, I wouldn't, if I were him, if I were doing the things that he was doing right now, I don't think we'd run into the same issues because, you know, that's kind of sometimes the pros of not having overnight success. Now, I'm not alluding that Max had overnight success, but he got his success younger, bro. And sometimes when you, like, don't be so quick to think that you need to blow up overnight, because sometimes going through that grind, that bullshit for longer and having to live life as a regular human being, like not a regular human being, but just as a regular person, like you're not a celebrity, you're not overly rich, like you're still trying to figure shit out. And as you are getting older, you are maturing, you are learning, you know what I'm saying? So when you are successful now with all this knowledge, you can move a little bit better. But you just fuck around, blow up at fucking 16, 15, like some of these other guys. I don't think that's Max's case, but, you know, I think Speed was like 16 when he blew up. Like, yeah, you're going to make some mistakes along the way because let's just call a spade a spade. At that age, you're just not as mature. You haven't been through as much. So, and, you know, we've seen, look, I mean, the perfect examples are like some of the younger rappers that have come and go. Now it's a different industry, but notice a lot of the rappers that are successful and are still relevant today, they're older. They're older. Y'all love to make fun of like motherfuckers, but it's like, bro, those are the niggas that are still relevant today in music. Why do you think that is? They got more staying in the game. They have a better understanding of how to move. While these young niggas are burning out and crashing, and unfortunately, someone fucking losing their lives, not even knowing how to move, overindulging in drugs and shit. So again, y'all, like, don't be so quick to just rush through the process, bro. Like, if you can get it while you young, look, I'm not one to tell you to block your blessings for sure, but there is beauty in the long game.
Like they are going through in their early 20s. I was making mistake after mistake, left, right, and sideways, and it
with nobody watching.
Didn't take me until about my mid to late 20s to really put it all together. But so having all this on public display for everybody to judge your every single move, because this is what my job dictates, can be very, very, very stressful. And to be honest with you, they're still finding themselves. I know if I stuck with what I was sticking with at the beginning of my 20s, I would not be here today. So it's good that people are giving themselves opportunities to, you know, branch out and try different things, even if it means changing up on who they once were. And with that being said, sometimes you gotta go through a rebrand. So it makes sense why Plaqueboymax would do something that a lot of streamers didn't do, and that's deleting their Twitter community.
Niggas have an opportunity, bro. I will be deleting the com. That is the first point of doing this shit and rebuilding it the right way, bro. No cap. I'll be deleting the com. And yes, I'm making a new one. Yes, of course. With y'all niggas. And we overly tight on this shit. If you're not 5-star, get the fuck out the com.
I know, peak unemployment, minuscule looking news, but we know that Twitter communities can harbor toxicity and hatred and all these other bad vibes and bad feelings. And Twitter communities can create the division that streamers probably don't want to have with their community or other guests or whoever the case may be. So deleting it is actually a bigger deal because it's almost like, and here, stay with me. It's going to sound crazy. It's deleting a part of you that once existed. I know that sounds a bit extreme, but trust me, there's some validity to deleting a Twitter community being linked to a change in who you are as a person. But now that Max is going down this path of becoming somebody new and discovering himself, he's going to realize that it is very much lonely. I'm going to give a little aside and put a bow on the end of the video with this message to him. But I went down a similar path in my 20s. And as a very sober person who doesn't partake in the normal Atlanta young male stuff. I don't own guns.
Oh, you from Atlanta?
I don't have tattoos. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go to clubs. I don't participate in the strip club culture or whatever the case may be. It is a different walk of life. And I can understand how you can feel as if you are intentionally alienating yourself and how it can affect your mental health. Max, I've been exactly where you are. Trust me.
I am a loser. I don't do shit except sit on my couch and study shit and plan shit in my free time. I don't talk to people. It's bad. I'm gonna change that. Y'all gotta help me make friends.
I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I came home, bro, I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, and I don't be crying that much. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I?
Bro, listening to this shit about to make me like get a little bit emotional, bro, because it's just, I kind of already told y'all, man. I kind of already told y'all, bro. I'm not even close to where I want to be. And, you know, I'm so blessed and appreciative of where I am right now. But it's like, it's been a lonely, lonely, lonely journey, bro. Because it's like, everyone thinks you're weird. Everyone thinks you're corny. Everybody thinks you're doing too much. And it's not till you know, make it where everyone has round of applause. But you know what the crazy thing is? I'm not even the type of nigga to switch up once a nigga make it. It's like, I want to keep getting better. I'm big on my self-improvement. I'm big on putting my head down and locking in. So it's just like, oh, just because we made it now, we just party every day. Now we drink every day. Now we sit back and celebrate. It's like, nah. I want to keep elevating. I want to keep going. And it's like the sacrifices you have to make to do that, especially in today's age where everybody just wants dopamine, fun. It's very rare you meet people that just want to lock in, bro. It's very rare. So it's like, it just, at the end of the day, it just feels lonely, bro. Because it's like, you got your vision and shit. And I'm a big advocate for that. I just dropped a post on my Instagram talking about that. It's like, sometimes it's going to be a lonely ride to the top, man. But, you know, as an older individual, I feel like that's okay. I feel like there's a time and place for shit. Because one thing I do know is I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this shit. And honestly, I feel like I'm going to be doing it till the wheels fall off. But just if anything that my career and journey has taught me so far is like, you going to change over time. You going to elevate over time. Like, it's kind of like, look at like the athlete niggas, you know what I'm saying? Some of them Hall of Fame in their respective sport. But now they're like doing the news journalism and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't play no more. Some of them are starting teams. Some of them are becoming coaches. So it's like, your love for the game can stay the same, but it just might look different at different chapters in your life. And at different chapters in your life, you know, you might be in a better position to do certain shit, whether it's focused on relationships, friendships, and whatnot. And I think it's very important. That's something that I've learned now too. Like, I didn't make enough time for friends and family and friends and relationships on my journey to where I'm at right now. So it's like, okay, I understand. It's like, I don't regret it because I got so much out of it and I came so in tune with myself that right now it's like, okay, I can see how this affected me negatively and I need to do a better job of that. So I don't necessarily regret it. But now moving forward, it's also like I'm not going to just revert to degeneracy. It's like now, okay, yeah, I'm going to start going out more. Yeah, I'm going to start socializing more. But because I've become so disciplined, I'm not just going to become a degenerate now, you know? So there's pros and cons that you can't really appreciate till after the fact, bro. Just like you got to put your hand on the stove, get burnt. And it's like, okay, that shit hurt. I do have a scar now, but now I understand that's hot over there. So it is what it is, bro. And I think Mac's gonna be all right because you know what's really hard and what is really respectable is people in his position, they just keep on doing the same thing. But for him to remove himself and kind of do his own thing and be like, yo, bro, I got to make a change. And I want to make these changes for myself. I want to become a better version of myself. It's like, that's the first step, bro. And there's going to be some bumps on the road as he's navigating. But in the end, I think that these are the type of people that prevail. And I think Max is going to prevail, bro. I'm wishing him the best for sure.
I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA, like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro, like, what am I even doing this for? I could win as much as I want to win, but if I'm not winning with people I care about, do it even matter? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Max is going through the same things that a lot of young men at his age go through. I mean, he's 22 for Pete's sake. We got to give him some grace.
Look at that.
Now, the difference is he has a lot of money that can solve a good bit of these problems, but this is still the trials and tribulations that he's going to have to go through, and that's discovering who he is, truly is, as he steps into manhood. And there's no playbook, and there's also a lot of bad faith actors in the space. It's going to come with a lot of trying a bunch of different things that just aren't you, getting very lonely, you know, it might be a night or two where you cry, but ultimately on the other side of it is pure joy and happiness about the man that you've become. And I know
and because you were intentional about it too. Because you sat down one day and say, Leo, I'm about to make a change and I'm gonna become the best version of myself. And that's the beauty, bro. That's why being intentional is so important, because it's cool to stumble across success. It's cool to take handouts. It's cool to kind of just wake up famous one day, but when you really set out to do something and then you accomplish it at some point, I think that is the best feeling. And if you do that with your manhood and just being a man in general, it's like, yo, I'm setting out to be the best version of my kids. I'm setting out to be a role model for my kids when I get older. Like, I think that's probably got to be the most fulfilling thing you can do on this earth as a man, ain't it?
I did not mean for this video to get this sentimental about Plaqueboymax, but I see a lot of myself, my family members, my friends, just other young men that I know in my life, and Max. Like, I've seen that situation, that scenario before. The most beautiful thing about the industry that he's in is that there is always going to be somebody to talk to, especially from the standpoint that you are. While it seems like little people can relate, you'll also be able to find good, invaluable friendships along the way.
Hey, yo, bro, you know what I want to say, bro? Yeah. Thank you for being my friend, bro. Nigga, I don't got no friends. I'm not gonna lie. What type of emotional shit you on? Nigga, I don't got no friends. That's not lonely. This is my first time going. This is actually my first time since I left. Low-key, being on stream with a nigga. That doesn't make music, yeah.
So to Max, I say, listen, continue down the journey. It's something that everybody has to go through. Don't live life with any regrets. Keep moving forward. Take every step that you make as a learning lesson more than anything. They're all not going to be perfect, but they're going to be the ones that you make. So you got to stand in them. And most importantly, to him and other streamers, don't let your career swallow you whole. No pause, no ayo, none of that stuff. This is an industry that can literally take lives from people. We've seen it in the past. Entertainment is very cruel and fickle. And as much money as you get does not mean that it'll overcome all the mental anguish and health stuff that goes on with it. So take time to breathe and make sure that you are doing things for yourself and what matter to you the most before anything.
Yo, at the end.
Great video by Omizi, man. Great video. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him. That was a amazing video. And yeah, I hope anything that I said in this video brought y'all some value today as well, bro. But I think Omizi hit it on the head, gang. So I'm not gonna reiterate everything he said, but at the end of the day, definitely to all my young people out there, And definitely, I'm talking to my young men out there a little bit more specifically in this video because I think, you know, fuck my fucking battery. I'm over here trying to be sentimental and shit, and my battery gonna die on the outro. Nah, we gonna have to fucking stomach that. We gonna have to stomach that. I'm still here. I'm not going out like that. Damn, definitely ruined the vibe though, ain't it? But all I'm trying to say is, in this life, bro, there's gonna be ups and downs. Look at me, I'm trying to gather this shit, ruin my train of thought. There's gonna be ups and downs, bro, but just keep on going. But be intentional, bro. Be intentional. Because it's so easy to get lost in the sauce. It's so easy to kind of just turn your brain off and be on autopilot, bro. And then you'll wake up one day like, well, what happened? Who am I? What's going on? Who are these people around me? Why are these my friends? Like, why is this random person's arm around me in this photo on my phone? Like, what the fuck is going on? You don't want that to happen to you. You don't want that to happen to you. And it's really sad to see because I see a lot of young people doing that. You know, I'm not going to name any names, but I just remember talking to somebody that I cared about, and they had a picture literally on the back of their phone. It was like a Polaroid, and they were carrying it around. Mind you, this is somebody that I talk to every day. And I was just like, who are these people? Who are these people that you're like, who are these people? It's like, oh, these are my friends. And this is that person. And it's just like, yo, I talk to you every day. You've never brought these people up. And it's like, yeah, no, those are my friends. And it just really like, it made me sad, bro. Because I was like, yo, a lot of young people today really kind of use that word so loosely. Like, you might go out with these people, you might drink with these people, you might quote unquote have a good time and laugh and quote unquote make memories, but are these people checking on you? Are these people, you know, worried about your well-being? Are these people like, you know, praying for you before they go to sleep? Like who are these people? And I think a lot of people just end up in these situations just off of like, out of just comfort, you know? It's easy to just have a good time all the time. It's not as easy to sit down and, you know, deal with your reality. So, just be intentional, bro, with everything you do. Have fun, let loose, but at the same time, think to yourself like, okay, is today a day that I'm taking a day off? Is today a day that I'm going to go have a good time with a bunch of strangers? Is today a day I'm going to go, you know, have a walk in the park and just really gather my thoughts? Is today a day I'm going to write down in my journal some goals and, you know, some things that I want to accomplish? Is today the day that I'm going to, you know, check up on my friends and make sure that they're doing good? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be very intentional, and you're going to start to really kind of see who's there when you're kind of in that space and when you're in that mindset. But when you just on go, moving too fast, next, fun, woo, it's like you're moving too fast, bro. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. So, you know, I think if we could chalk it up to anything, we'll chalk it up to that. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. My name is Berto. Where you at, family? Y'all the best community in the world, and I love y'all so much. Make sure you guys tap into Berto too, bro. We're trying to turn that up. I need 26,000 subscribers over there. We're at 24, really close. So, guys, show that love. The link to that is in the description. I'll leave y'all with that. I'm gone. Peace.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look sweet.